I got to delete some files off this phone. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we were speaking about the principalities of the air, aka the devil. Okay, encountering the devil. This close encounter that I've had with the devil recently is what brought this to mind. Um, because I was out of alignment and I had forsaken my covenant with God, because I had a covenant with God early on. My grandfather, um, he was a minister, and he was a person with authority in this earth realm. And I was baptized. I knew who God was all of my life. I turned dark at a point in time in my life because I had been enduring the long suffering, and I did not have wise counsel. At a time I did, and my grandmother was that counsel. God had always placed helpers in my life to keep me alive, because when you're someone with a gift and a light, there are going to be principalities battling for your soul. And as you enter through different gates in life, there's going to be watchmen attacking you. And this is real. As I grew older, I began having a lot of resentment for this long suffering because of the peculiar care that God had kept me in. I was hid away. I did not realize that this was care because it hurt me. I experienced a lot of racism from an early age. I was called words like nigger, even words some black people might have never. Have you ever been called a moon cricket? You know what I mean? Shit like that. Because I am from Texas. And I'm from a small town called Grandview, Texas. And this town has demons. There's a bridge called Nigger Bridge there. My uncle was convicted of a crime he didn't commit and executed there. And almost 100 years before that, I had another uncle with the same name who the same thing happened to. Now, these are generational curses. My family is full of ministers and people with gifts. But because, again, for lack of knowledge, they didn't understand that these were spiritual attacks. And again, I'll go back to my encounters with the devil. See, I have to give you the history of this thing, or you'll never really understand how big this is. I'm just one piece of the puzzle. But there were other people who came before me. I am not unique in my suffering because all of God's children suffer to a degree. But the uniqueness comes when we're all made in uniqueness. My situation is unique because a lot of people have not encountered Satan outright, and I've encountered him in the physical multiple times. And I was aware I was awake, and I was not under strong delusion. I knew what was going on. At the time in my life where I had grown to resent God, I had opened up a doorway and a gate to Satan, and he had legal right to access and touch me. That's what's going on with a lot of people right now. They say, "Oh, the dark night of the soul." No, you have a rebellious spirit and a rebellious heart and a rebellious nature, and Satan is allowed to touch you. And a lot of y'all's bloodlines are cursed, and y'all are using sage, thinking that it's doing something, and it's all strong delusion. And we've been tricked. When I encountered Satan outright the first time, I was married, and again, I'll say I had opened up a gate because I was doing the wrong thing, and I was studying tarot cards, and that's dealing with the goddess Ashtaroth, and it's of the devil. And if you're into that, when God deals with you and gives you conviction, come out of it. Okay, I was studying root work and demonology and calling on Elegua. And I had made pacts with the Marine Kingdom, and they were coming in my dreams and taking me into the waters. And I was seeing fish with nigger heads, and it was grotesque and scary. And during this time, I was doing drugs, and I was taking mushrooms, and that's witchcraft. I was thinning the veil and opening up a portal in the gate. And I remember the day I was laying with my wife on the couch and touching her. And I saw the devil